Your standards are your prison. Understand that there is no such thing as bad work. Understand that there is no such thing as creative block. Your positive judgments, your standards are actually holding you back. It's a little bit counterintuitive. How could positive judgments hold me back? You see, you build this standard into your brain that you only do this quality of work. And when you dip below that quality of work, you stop because you're like, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad period. That's not the right way to do it. What you should be doing is lowering your judgment, understanding that bad days, bad weeks, bad months come, and you should lower your standard to below where it is, to below that quality. You understand, if you have bad work, lower it below that bad work. Understand, if you do that, you will be unstoppable. You will produce better work if you lower your judgments. This is very controversial and counterintuitive. How would I get good, better work? It's simple. It's because you will have more experience. The only thing that got you here was experience. It's not the judgments. It's not your standards. You are deceiving yourself if you think that your standards are getting you better work. It is not that. It's only experience. Judgment actually holds you back from getting better. Understand that whenever you stop doing, that's when you stop growing. It is not that judgment. These are two different things: creative and judging, criticizing. Understand that these two things are like oil and water. They do not mix. Keep them separate. Try to criticize yourself as little as possible and as infrequently as possible. Do it every 6 months, every year, or don't do it at all. Understand that it doesn't really get you better. What gets you better tremendously is experience, more experience. That criticism that you have over yourself, that judgment that you have over yourself, not only negative, but also positive. That's the problem. People don't realize that when you build a standard, that is going to be your new prison. That's also a judgment. No matter how you look at it, it's also a judgment. It's not going to help you do more work, at least not in the long term. It might help you in the short term for a little bit, but notice that it doesn't do that either way. If you think that you're doing good work or bad work, it's not going to help you. What you should be doing is like, oh, I'm just doing work. No judgment at all. You have to understand that that's the mind of a creator. You don't judge yourself at all and you start doing things. No matter how weird they look, no matter how bad they are, you let the work drive your learning. You let the work really push you forward. Understand that experience is the only thing that's going to make you better. It is not logical understanding. It is not really all these things. They are a byproduct. Those things are a byproduct. They come easily to you. Once you get experience, understanding and getting better and also feeling better about yourself just come naturally. You don't have to make them and do them by yourself. These things are byproducts. Feeling good about the work that you do is just naturally occurring. It doesn't have to be tied with the quality. It can be tied with the fact that you are working. And understand that you cannot really put this into your brain. You can only show it to your brain. Show it that you can do bad work and it's not going to affect you. Show that you can work no matter what happens and it doesn't affect you. Understand that there is no such thing as creative block. You've only imprisoned yourself with positive judgments about the work that you do. You've imprisoned yourself so much that now every single bad thing that happens to you, it's like your engine dies and you now have to start it over again. And that's the problem. Some of us don't actually have a way to start that engine. We've lost the key. We've lost the ability to start and push that pedal, shift those gears. We're so used to running in fourth or fifth gear that we do not know how to change the gears anymore. We've run so much on high gear and with great quality that now when we are reverting back to first or second gear, we're like, how do we do this? How do we start the car if the engine dies? And some of us just quit, but some of us understand and build that. It's not even resilience. They lower the judgment so much that action becomes so easy. And the smart ones, the real smart ones, keep that judgment there. They don't do the same thing that they did in the past, raising the bar, never being satisfied. Understand that insatisfaction makes you worse. It doesn't actually make you better. What makes you better is experience. Insatisfaction is actually making you feel bad about the things that you do as opposed to seeing the progress. Understand that if you feel good about the fact that you are making progress or that you are just working and doing the creative thing that you set out to do, understand that if you feel good and grateful that you get the chance to do bad work, understand that that will not really make you a worse artist or creator. Understand that really, when you put yourself out there, when you get experience, that's the only thing that really makes you better. It is not your standards, it is not your criticism, it is not holding yourself to really bad expectations that you should be this great. Those things are not getting you forward. Those things are not getting you better. Your standards only kill your action taking, and you are going to go through bad periods until you understand this. Keep your standards as low as possible, keep your judgments as low as possible, and you will improve beyond your imagination because you're not criticizing yourself anymore. You're letting experience teach you exactly what you need to know. You don't have to understand what you are doing. You don't have to judge yourself. You do not have to really look at the things that you are doing. All you have to do is get more experience. Understand that's the only thing that keeps you from doing better work. Not a complex system, not a fancy plan, nothing except experience will get you forward.